Welcome to Kung Fu Africa number 2. I am not going to out the person who called me out. Alright? I got better things to do than clap back. But, for the sake of argument, I am going to kind of clap back. I'm about to combine my truth video with this calling out video. That's going to save me time in the long run. So, James, when you rewind this back, you'll know to go on to something else. So, first and foremost, there was a video that was posted with the dude who busted a backflip on a skateboard. Alright. So my comment specifically was something about there are some things that the human body should not do. And because this guy was big and he took a scooter, he busted a backflip. Well, later, before the person called me out, because the guy kind of called me out today, but other people had told me that the guy actually made it. Alright? Now I don't remember the site, but it was on Instagram. So that's not even fucking relevant. What is relevant is that I was called a hater. So let me explain this to everyone now as I apologize and let the guy who called me out understand something. Alright, one, if I'm hating on anybody here, it's martial artists. Because I know for a fact, martial artists know that I have said some shit on here that has pissed them off, but that shit is fucking true. A lot of us on Instagram, a lot of us on YouTube are not telling the fucking truth about what happens when you get hit in the face. I specifically, as a martial artist, has said this, and I'll say this 150 million more times, and it's going to piss every last fucking one of you off, whether you're on Instagram or YouTube, but if you are a martial artist, this shit's going to piss you off, and I don't give a fuck, because I'm not going to sit here and fucking lie to you. Alright? There are certain body sizes that does not match martial arts. So when you call me hater, that part's true. You can say I'm hating on that shit, because if you're 6'2", certain styles of Kung Fu is not for you. That's not me just being a bitch. That's me telling you fucking facts. If I have to teach Shaq any martial art, I would teach him karate. I would not teach him capoeira. His legs are too fucking long. I am saying he can't do it. I'm just saying, for your body style, there are certain martial arts that are more equipped for certain human body sizes. So that was my mindset when I watched the gigantic guy who was black on the fucking scooter bust a backflip. Now, the first thing I said before I put my entire comment down was, God, I hope the guy is okay. Then I said there are some things that certain bodies should not do. Now, those were not my exact words, so that way nobody says I'm lying, because I don't even fucking remember my exact words, but I was called a hater for this shit. Now, below that is where I'm called a hater, and below that, someone told me that there's another video where the big guy stuck the fucking landing. I'm not hating on the guy for attempting to do some shit that makes him happy. What I was basically saying was, dude was big as a fucking house, and he probably shouldn't have did that shit. Now, I'm sorry if I just offended anybody who's obese, or fat, or zofted. But, as a small guy, there are things that I see that big people, and I'm sorry, I'm going to offend you. I'm not hating on you, but I am going to offend you. There are some things that people just shouldn't fucking try because of their size. I'm not Tony Hawk. I'm not going to get on a skateboard and skate down a fucking ramp and do a fucking loop-de-loop and keep going. I already know I'm going to get fucked up. So I'm not going to try that shit. Now, I give the guy who flipped on the scooter his goddamn props. He's a big motherfucker. And eventually he does pull it off. Try again. I respect that shit. However, I'm not hating on him for attempting that shit. What I'm saying is, you're a big motherfucker, and maybe you probably should have thought that shit through. Now, again, I was called a hater. So to the young man who called me a hater, hey, look, you got to understand where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a martial arts standpoint. I'm 5'3.5". Alright? Every martial art is my motherfucking oyster. Because I'm the perfect size for every martial art. Alright? Now, my line of martial arts, and this is how I feel. You don't have to like it. This is an opinion. But it also can be fucking fact. Alright? It just depends on where you are in your life and who you believe. Alright? Here's the thing. If you're 6'5", I'm going to tell you honestly, you should probably stick more to more Japanese-based styles. If you're 6'5", it's going to be kind of difficult for you to bust into a Jenga. Now, if you got somebody out there that's 6'5" that does capoeira, I'd like to meet them. Because they're a fucking phenomenon. Now, if you're 6'1" to 6'2", the martial arts, Kung Fu and Japanese styles are for you because you're on that cusp. You're on that cusp of I'm too tall, but I'm not tall enough. Where if you're 6'1" or 6'2", I can teach you Wing Chun. I can teach you that shit. Because it's not really so much about your height and how to lower yourself. Because a 6-foot guy can still do a calf kick. He can still do a side kick. And hell yeah, he can do a high kick. But like a lot of shit like wushu and shit, no! You're 6'5". You're probably going to fuck yourself up. Plus you have to take your weight into that accountability. If you're 6'5" and every bit of 300 pounds of muscle, you pulling off a butterfly kick ain't impossible. But if you don't stick that landing, you're injured. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of shit that you tall, linky people, and I'm not trying to insult you because you're tall and linky. It's just a lot of shit that you tall, linky people probably should not do. Alright? Now, if you're 6'5" and up, Thai fighting is for you. Straight Thai fighting. The shit that Tony Jaa does, you know, boom, the elbow, the knees, that shit's for you. Because it was made for taller people. Understand? I'm 5'3". If you're 6'7", and you go for a fucking round kick to my head, I don't fucking have to duck unless you do a low angle round kick. Understand how this works? So if I'm hating on anybody, I'm hating on people who are not telling people who do martial arts the right style for their body, the right martial art, the fucking fact that when you get hit in the fucking face that shit fucking hurts. It's not like in the movies, because even an accident in the movie, the actors will let you know, yeah, getting in the face fucking sucks. You know? If you're not telling people that shit, yeah, I'm hating on you. I'll admit, I will hate on a fellow martial artist because there's only two ways we can handle it. We can talk like men, or we can talk like men. That's up to them. But if you come to me, as I've said in my videos before, I'm not going to be held responsible for you. If you want to do something dumb, that's on you. Whatever happens to you after that, that's on you. You're not going to whoop my ass if I fight, unless you catch me sleeping, or you pull a bitch move and come up behind me with a wraparound to hit me in the fucking face and put me to sleep. Other than that, you're not going to catch my 47-year-old ass sleeping. So we either going to do it or we ain't. I would much prefer to talk about it because I'm no longer 20 years old. But if the negotiation period has passed and you decide you want to kick my ass, well, we just got to have a fucking fight. Simple as that. So if you want to think that I'm a hater, that's your opinion. I'll respect it. I'm not going to clap back. I ain't even going to give your name out. But I am going to say this. You don't understand where I come from on that situation. I had nothing to do with the guy totally being fat. It had the fact that he was doing something stupid while he was as big as a fucking house. Now, I wasn't saying that in a mean way. I was saying that from a logical point of view because I am a logical thinking person. I know for a fucking fact that I don't have more reach than The Rock. So I'm not going to try to outreach The Rock. If I stick my hand out and can barely touch his chest and his hands doubling my forehead, we have a fucking problem. I understand? 6'5", 5'3". If I'm going up against somebody as big as Elegante, I got to take the legs out first. Just because I can't reach his fucking head even if I jump. If Elegante got on that motherfucking scooter and bust a flip and land on his face, I'd say the same damn thing because he's so fucking tall that he probably should not attempt that shit. Now again, if you want to call me a hater for being honest, this is the part where I switch off from being a hater to the honest portion of the video. Alright? Let's be honest. I'm a short motherfucker. I'm a failed actor. If anything, I have a whole lot of pent-up anger and aggression because people may call me Napoleon Syndrome. I don't have a Napoleon Syndrome. I accepted my height after high school. I accepted that people are going to call me short. I accepted that people are going to call me small fry. I accepted the fact that it starts getting racial now, where people start calling me half-breed, where people start calling me chief, which I really fucking hate even more than being called the N-word. I hate being called chief. I had 3 years of some white dude calling me chief. So yeah, now let's be honest. See, the thing about honesty is no one likes it. No one wants someone to be honest with them. They want them to sugarcoat shit. Fuck that. No one wants me to tell you the truth because most people can't handle the truth. They don't want to handle the truth. They want to hear anything but the damn truth. I gotta have the truth because I'd rather have you hurt me once than hurt me for years and years, and then I finally found the truth and now I'm fucking devastated. No, fuck that shit. The big guy really shouldn't have been trying that shit. Now granted, the big guy stuck it. I don't even know the motherfucker. I did not insult him in the comment, or at least I didn't think I insulted him. But if I did, I apologize. But here's the truth. He shouldn't have done that shit. Now, I'm not one to shatter anybody's dreams because clearly the motherfucker made it. But here's the thing about the truth. It is wise to be kind. It is nice to be kind. But it is even better to tell the truth. And the truth is not always kind. Alright? Yeah, there are a lot of people that don't like me. I accept that. I have 112 followers on YouTube. Alright? I have 800 and some change here on Instagram. In fact, I actually have 950, depending on how many people have left me because I'm not a Trump supporter. Alright? Because a lot of people left me on YouTube because I'm not a Trump supporter. And I'm sorry if I piss off anybody on Instagram who is a Trump supporter. The man's a goddamn racist. I'm sorry. You might not like the shit, but he's a racist. I don't hate Trump. I hate his racist views. I can't support someone who told Native Americans in 1993, you don't like Indians to me, and you should pay higher taxes than I pay on my casino, even though America was stolen from Native Americans. And being that I'm part of Native Americans, I'm pretty sure that a lot of Native Americans are going to fucking agree with me, except for the Native Americans who stabbed their own people in the back, did support Trump because he does not like Native Americans. And that shit. Yeah, and I said it. So if you want to leave me because I'm not a Trump supporter, I'm not going to be mad at you. You have that fucking right. But every Wind Talker and Elizabeth Warren did not have the right for him to say, we have someone who's been in the White House just as long as you and you're special people. We call her Pocahontas. Now that may not have offended you, because you might not be Native American. And this goes also, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to piss y'all off, and I'm sorry. This also goes for the Asians that supported Trump too. Because I have a lot of Asian friends whose lives have been in danger since the Kung Flu virus and the Chinese virus, which came out of his mouth, but y'all still seem to think that that's okay. But I got a couple of friends that I follow who are also posting highlights of the increasing attacks on Asians. So if you're mad at me and you want to leave because I don't support any goddamn races whatsoever, I'm multicultural. I don't have the fucking right to be a racist. I am Cherokee, I am black, and I am white. And granted, selling myself as a mixed person in acting has not worked for me not one goddamn day in 20 fucking years. So yeah, I've asked Native Americans to contact me and see if they would be okay with me selling myself as a fucking Cherokee Indian. Because I'm not Apache, I can't be another Native American until I get a DNA 23andMe and find out. But as far as we know, we are Cherokee. So that's what we're doing. Now, truth is not kind. Not always. You want to break up with somebody. Don't sugarcoat the shit. Hurt them in that one blow. Instead of making them wait 15, 20, 11, 30 fucking years to know why y'all broke up. You don't have a kid with this person, but you got pregnant by somebody else, but you had that person's kid and passed it off as this other person's kid. Tell them right then and there. And let them make the decision. Don't wait till the child's 18 and they done bust their ass to pay for a child that's not theirs, because that's not fucking fair. That's not fucking right. And it's also dishonest and despicable. And if you don't like what I'm saying, I'm sorry. The truth is not kind. The truth is probably the only thing on earth that is real. Because everybody can tell you, I like you for something that you do. But everybody cannot like you when you say something honest. A lot of people are giving Meghan McCain a lot of flack because of what she said about Dr. Fauci. That's her opinion. That's her honest fucking opinion. She don't like what he said. Well, here's the thing. I don't really trust politics, period. And it's probably because when I was in the army, I learned some shit. Alright? But what the fuck can I do? The politicians run everything. And if they tell the army soldiers, we're going to war, we don't get a say in that shit. We go to fuck the war. We don't get a say in that shit. We follow our orders because ours is not the question why. Ours is to do or die. That goes for the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, Air National Guard, fucking Coast Guard. It also goes for you police officers. Yours is not the question why. Yours is to do or die. It's just that simple. Follow the code of the law. Down to the letter. Penal codes and all that shit. The truth is not fucking kind. I'd rather be slapped in the face with the truth and have no followers, and they be honest with me, than have a fuck ton of followers that's just there because they know I'm going to follow their ass back. And if you are a martial artist, I damn sure follow you back. You know, and if you're not a martial artist, but you're in my list of followers, I'm following you. I might not respond to every post because I'm trying to get my career up and running, but I am following you. And I'm not following you just because you're following me, because some of the shit y'all do is cool. It's just that simple. I'm hoping some of the shit I do is cool. But I follow this dude and his daughter, and she's the most beautiful thing. And I want that, but I'm never going to have that. No, I don't have the means to have that. And this is why I am on YouTube and Instagram, so that my career can finally take off. Which, by the way, back in 1993, had the UFC gave me a fucking chance, y'all would know who I am. Because then you would know, oh yeah, James shit is fucking legit. You can't ask somebody out here in Charlottesville who knows me if my shit's legit, because they're going to say yes. And half of them probably have fought me and lost, so yeah, they're going to say, yeah, he beat my ass. No one wants to admit when they got their ass beat. No one. No one wants to take the L. No one wants to do that. Maybe it looks better on this side. But the fact of the matter is, I know what the fuck I'm doing. 47. I've been fighting since I was 6 fucking years old. I know my way around fighting. Yeah, I don't always agree with the big time guys that you guys follow. I don't always agree with my boy Ramsey Dewey or Sensei Seth or Icy Mike or freaking Rob from McDojo. I don't always agree with them. And they all have admitted the same as I'm admitting. We don't know everything. But we know what works for us. Which is another reason why if I'm hating on a martial artist, because you're not being honest, that's the thing. I know what works for me. When I put these goddamn ropes on, and I tell you that this shit will more than likely never happen in your life where you will have to fight like this. When I tell you that if this happens in the movies, it's good. If it happens in real life, what the fuck did you do to get yourself in that situation in the first place? I'm showing you that you can do it, but I also say highly I don't recommend that you do. Especially last night when I did the one with behind the back and I did the reverse tornado kick. This bitch is probably going to send me to the hospital if I fuck up. It looked a lot better last night. Now I'm worried about fucking myself up, so that fucked up my mindset. But I always tell you, don't do it. Just because you see me do it doesn't mean you can do it. I've been training for this shit. I've been training with my hands tied since I was 12. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. No? So I'm going to be honest about this shit. I'm not going to say that it can't work. I'm just going to say that you probably shouldn't do it. Not without proper training. And even with proper training, there's no guarantee that that shit's going to work for you. I unfortunately have been in situations where I've had my hands handcuffed. I've been handcuffed twice. Didn't have to fight. Got my way out of it. Cops got me straight. Went on home. Now, the time that I had my eye jacked, I really wish I would have got to fight. Because I told the dude I was going to kill him. And I meant that shit when I said it. And if it weren't for the canine cop, I probably would have went to jail that night. But he got me out. Which is why you don't panic when you're dealing with cops. Now, if you're doing illegal shit and you decide you want to run from the cops, that's your fucking fault. No, I'm not going to play the race card on that. If you know you've done illegal shit, if you know you've got dirt, then you shouldn't go out and expose yourself to doing your dirt. I'm recording this right now. Don't record your fucking crimes. Those are the people that just, you want to call me a hater for that? Yeah, I'll be hating on you because you shouldn't have been so goddamn stupid that, hey, I'm going to go and commit this crime. Facebook it. I'm going to go and commit this crime. Instagram that shit. I'm going to commit this crime. World star! You fucking yourself. And you deserve what you get for that shit. Now tell me I'm wrong on being honest about that shit. Tell me I'm wrong. Because you fucked yourself. That's pretty much just that. You have totally fucked yourself. You've done a crime, you've recorded it, and if you are anywhere from the years of 1990, which means you were born between 90 and 2000, you should be in your 20s and 30s now. Or at least early 20s. But if you were born in like the 70s, like me, or the 80s, then you already know. Everybody and their mama got a camera. And a cell phone. And sometimes both. And my niece just showed me you can record it with a fucking tablet like a year or so ago. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know how to work a fucking tablet. But she showed me the shit. So if you doing shit and you don't think somebody's recording you, you a damn fool. So don't go jerking off in the park, because there's probably parks and cameras and shit there too. on that note, I'm going to end this video on Kung Fu Havoc number 2. And I'm going to start my martial art demonstration so that I can go to hell into the shower and go to fuck to bed. Thanks for watching. It's Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.